All I wanted was to make my son happy on Christmas. A r/slash no sleep story by New Unknowns. Please enjoy. In the center of town is a toy store that's been around for ages. No one knows how long exactly. If you ask the locals, they'll all tell you a different story. Some remember their grandfather talking about it being built when he was a young boy. Others say it was the first building constructed in the town as a home for a rich family. I'm not sure who to believe. Frankly, I don't care. I wish it would burn to the ground because I can't afford one damn thing they sell. I'm tired of disappointing my son on Christmas. Every toy they sell is exclusive, so forget finding a knockoff. Another company couldn't replicate them on their best day. They're incredible, really, the toys. It isn't so much what they sell, but the quality. Even their stuffed animals look like they would spring to life if given the opportunity. When my 6-year-old son saw the first commercial this season for Azrael's shop of make believe, he cried out in excitement. Daddy, Daddy, look! My son said, pointing at the screen. The TV roared.
This holiday season, be sure to visit Azrael's Shop of Make Believe. We always find what you are looking for. Enjoy our free hot chocolate while your children play.
Remote controlled cars raced across the screen. Dolls danced and shared tea. The Nutcracker banged on his drum, then something else came on screen.
And comes to your newest addition, Azzy, our life-size fuzzy mascot with voice lines and movement.
Wow, cool. Daddy, I want one. Mascot? I asked. It was purple and white with giant dark wings and glowing eyes. Azzy. I scoffed, hunched over in defeat, already feeling the heaviness of knowing that my son would once again be disappointed on Christmas morning. Hey, buddy, Santa will get you anything you ask for. You're such a good kid. You deserve it, I said. That made him smile. I love you, Daddy, he whispered. I muted the television and picked him up from the floor. I held him tight to my chest, feeling his little arms and legs wrap around me like a baby monkey. He deserved the world on a silver platter. I was tired of lying to him. I love you, big guy. Come on, let's get you to bed. It's getting late, I said. Dee, my late girlfriend, passed while delivering our son. She was a trooper, a strong and proud woman. She didn't even shed a single tear, and she knew she was dying. Dee didn't show 1 ounce of fear, not even for a second. She was strong, stronger than me.
Don't cry for me. It's part of the game, baby.
She said to me.
Raise this boy and give him everything. I know you can do it.
Then she closed her eyes for the last time, and Asher belted out his first cry. The doctors cleaned him and handed him back to me. I looked down at my baby boy in my arms, then back to my wife. She had passed on, reborn to exist in another, and Asher. I saw her in his eyes. They twinkled. Her spirit was there, and it still is, sparkling, feeling that intimate pain and joy simultaneously pulls you apart, leaving forever unconcerned. Asher was already asleep as I put him down in his bed. I rested my hand on the light switch by the door and looked back at him, tucked in under his sheet blankets. I spent most of my time looking for work than working. As a convicted felon, nobody wants your criminal ass stinking up their establishment. In this town, everyone smells shit. They all have money, a lot of it, so they have no trouble buying their children everything they ask for. I, on the other hand, happen to be on the outskirts of town, earning just enough to get by. They've been pushing people like me out for years, buying shit up on every block, raising prices. I flicked off the light in Asher's room and went back to the living room. The commercial was on again. If I wasn't going to be given the opportunity, I was going to take one on my own terms. The only way I knew how. I watched the toy my son was so excited for suddenly beat his chest and spread its wings. It was a little strange to want something so terrifying and cute at the same time. But Asher's some kid. He's my kid. He was going to get what he wanted this year, no matter what. Hours went by as I sat in silence on the couch, watching that commercial play over and over. I rang my sister and asked her to come stay at the house for a bit. When I opened the door, she gave me a look she used to give me often years ago in my other life.
You being good?
Yeah, of course, I got Asher to worry about. Why you asking?
Because it's after midnight and you look like you're up to no good. I've seen this before. You taking your meds?
Dana was small but fierce. I wasn't afraid of many people, but I was afraid of her. Except I love my son more than I fear my sister, so I summoned a lie and delivered it as best I could. Of course, come inside, it's snowing, I said. I'm going to work a gig. There's a bar in town that needs security tonight. I sent them my picture, and they gave me an address. No questions.
Yeah? What bar?
Billy's on Modonk.
I know Billy's. I won't call. I should call, but I won't.
Well, good. You don't have to. I'll be back in a few hours. Thanks again for coming so late like this.
Chris, why am I here?
She asked. Her eyes were wide and wet. To watch Asher. What do you mean? I told you on the phone. She hugged me tight. You alright? I asked. She didn't let go. What's this for?
I don't know what you're up to, but I'm here for you no matter what.
She said, finally letting go.
I'm your sister. Just come home safe.
I nodded, zipped my jacket, and shut the door behind me. The snowflakes were thick and sticking to the ground. It was my son's favorite kind of snow. Easy to make snowballs and build a snowman, even an igloo with enough practice. There was no plan for how I was going to get into that store once I arrived. If I had to break a window, so be it. I worked my way around a few alarm systems back in the day. I felt confident I could disarm it before any police were notified. Honestly, I didn't care. I wanted to finally make my son happy. If I went back to jail, fuck it. Dana would take better care of him anyway. I had nothing to give Dana, had more money, lived in a better part of town. The parking lot in front of the store looked abandoned and poorly lit. I parked my car on the far side and walked up to the main entrance. The spotlight above the door went out and there was a click from the inside. I pushed it open and stepped inside. A jingling bell above the door announced my arrival. But the situation had changed. I was no longer breaking and entering, and the store was dark. If anyone was inside, I could easily sneak my way out before they noticed. But that clicking, as if the door had unlocked for me, it was odd,
Welcome to Asriel's Shop of Make Believe, Mr. Woods.
said a voice from the speakers overhead.
Have a look around. Take your time. Please enjoy a cup of our free hot chocolate.
A faint orange light appeared beside me. A tiny man in an elf costume was filling a plastic cup from a kettle. The steam gave off an intoxicating aroma of cocoa that made my mouth water. You're open? I asked.
Mr. Woods, we're open for anyone interested in our toys.
Said the little man. His voice was high, as if he sucked all the helium out of a balloon. Holiday music started playing all over the speakers. He handed me a cup. Huh, nice touch. Mind if I look around? I said, taking a sip of the hot chocolate. The elf shook his head, jingling the bell at the top of his pointed green hat. I walked over to the first aisle in the row before I was interrupted again by the voice over the speakers. Except this time it came from behind me.
Mr. Woods, may I ask why you're here at such an hour? You know most people do their shopping in the evening.
The woman was dressed in a killer suit, the kind everyone wants hanging in their wardrobe. She gave the elf a pat on the head, excusing him. Fuck, I thought. There was no way I was going to be able to make it out of here if I was going to be babysit the entire time. Just having a look around. Lately, my only free time is when I should be sleeping. Been busy, I said.
Nothing in particular you're looking for?
Well, there's always a few things my son wants from this store. I usually can't afford it, but I have a few extra dollars this year. Figured I'll surprise him. Hey, how do you know my name?
I know many things, but that's none of your concern.
she said, stepping out of the orange light.
Another thing I know is that you're lying. I know you had planned on stealing tonight, but I also know why. I know Asher is a good little boy, and he does deserve our strong protector, Azzy, by his side.
How? I asked, unable to finish the question.
Don't worry about all of that, Mr. Woods. Your money would be no good here anyway. Here at Azrael's Shop Make Believe, we pride ourselves in our customer satisfaction.
The voice said from the darkness.
How badly do you want to make your little boy happy?
It's all I want, I said. The nicely dressed woman reappeared in front of the middle gate, her silhouette glowing in front of the green and blue lights coming from the aisles.
No, in order to do that, you need to be honest with yourself.
She began.
You need to face reality. Take it by the horns, so to speak. Are you willing to do that?
I scanned the ground back and forth, gathering the courage to answer her question. Yes, I replied.
Excellent.
Rusty gears screeched as the metal gate slowly retracted back into the ceiling.
Aisle 4.
Aisle 4 burst with light, revealing the woman's face. She looked much younger than her voice sounded. Her smile was perfect, not one tooth even slightly out of alignment. She reminded me of someone. Giant spring-loaded signs popped up all around. Some said this way and hurry, while others were shaped like arrows pointing toward aisle 4. They bobbed and danced under spring. As I passed the woman, her energy made my blood run cold. I couldn't help but grimace, but the woman just kept on smiling, waiting for me to go down the aisle. It went on for what looked like miles. I couldn't tell if it ended at all. There were dolls, games, stuffed animals, balls, sports equipment, all kinds of things were thrown together. There was no organization, no categories at all. I started hearing little voices, the clicking of what could only be dishes, and tiny cheers of children playing. Dolls were sharing tea, small soldiers were running around shooting at each other, while action figures played catch on the shelves. The toys were coming to life as I passed them. Holy shit, I said. There's no way. I stood in wonder, watching the unbelievable, until a thunderous roar filled the entire store.
Easy, Azzy, he's coming.
The woman said over the speakers.
Mr. Woods, please keep walking. Azzy doesn't like waiting, and he's been waiting for you for a long time.
Right, sorry. I walked a while before reaching the end, but there it was. A giant purple beast towering over the aisles of the store. It spread its wings and beat its chest with heavy fists.
I for Asher.
It said, looking down on me.
Protect Asher. Make happy.
The beast knelt before me and lowered its head.
Climb on, Mr. Woods.
The woman said. I grabbed one of the horns on its head and pulled myself onto its back.
As he take to grave.
What? No! I yelled. I tried to slide off its back, but it was already flapping its wings and coming off the ground. No, I don't want to go there, I said, punching and kicking.
Mr. Woods, please.
The woman began.
Let Azzy take you. He'll protect your boy, I promise. You can finally let him go.
My nose burned as tears fell from my face.
You want to make him happy, don't you, Mr. Woods? Did you consider that maybe this is what Asher wanted all along?
She yelled as we flew higher up towards the ceiling. We busted through the roof of the store and flew into the night sky. I held myself tight to the beast as I sobbed, eyes closed tight. I never wanted to open them again.
Human. No cry.
It bellowed.
As he protect.
After a few minutes, we started to descend, but I couldn't open my eyes. The beast crashed its feet into the ground and straightened its back. I fell, but it caught me and gently placed me on the ground.
Open eyes. Safe here.
We stood in a graveyard, dimly lit by the winterly full moon. A thick patch of snow rests on a small etched gravestone. Asher Woods, beloved son of Christopher Woods and late Dana Woods, December 25th, 2013 to December 25th, 2013. A Christmas miracle taken too soon. May he forever be joyous amongst God and his angels.
Human, go home.
As he said.
As he stay. Protect Asher. Happy now.
I wrapped my arms around the stone and said goodbye. As I walked the path of the graveyard towards the gate, I heard the powerful roar of Azzy protecting Asher, making my son smile. He was fine. Hello, everyone. I'm the Closet of Fears, and I would like to take a moment to thank everyone who made this video possible. Thank you, Dame Saturday, for helping me out. Thank you, PA Nightmares. Thank you, Evil Outcast. Thank you, Philia Noctis. Thank you, Maskino. Thank all of you. Thank you, Creepy Clown Girl. You all helped me make this video possible, and I cannot thank you enough. You are all amazing and incredible people who deserve the world, man. Thank you so much for helping me out. You are all amazing. Merry Christmas or Hanukkah or whatever you guys celebrate at home. I hope you enjoy your holiday season. And I'll see you in my next narration. Goodbye.